What is up, guys? Today we're going to talk about how you can get a lot of materials. But first, please like and subscribe so you won't miss any of my videos. By just macroing, I think you should get a lot of materials. But I don't recommend doing bug runs since you're going to lose a lot of honey. As you can see here, I do have a lot of materials. But my only secret is that I macro and I also use a lot of planters. Because planters actually give a lot of materials. Other than that, you can actually get nectars, which then can be used to make a lot of honey. With that being said, it is a win-win for us. Now I'm going to show you my daily routine when I'm logging into the game. Firstly, dispensers. You can actually get a lot of strawberries if you have a lot of red bees. And also, same thing with blueberries. You can get a lot of blueberries if you have a lot of blue bees. Same thing with the royal jelly dispenser. You can get a lot of royal jellies if you have a lot of gifted bees. Now this is the part where you do a lot of boss run. Bosses do actually give you a lot of materials, so you should keep that in mind. Firstly, you might want to do the beetle, since it gives you a lot of materials and amulets as well. I forgot to say that you need a baby love, since baby love gives you 50% loot luck, which gives you a better loot in general. You can get this buff from baby bees and also gifted tadpole bees. The second boss you want to defeat is Tunnel Bear. Tunnel Bear gives a lot of materials but doesn't give you an amulet. The third one, you should defeat the coconut bear since it gives a lot of... Oh, what is that? Yo! Okay, never mind. This grab also gives you a lot of materials, but you should be able to read its attack pattern so you can defeat it easily. You also want to do the memory match since you can get a good loot from this, and it only costs a little amount of honey. As you can see here, I have 8 chances, and you can get a lot of chances based on the badge that you get. I mean, getting the badge is actually really easy, but it actually depends if you're a early game or a mid game or a late game. Let's forget about the wind shrine since wind shrine only gives you buffs and not materials. While sometimes it does give you materials, but it's so little that you don't have to think about it. We also have another memory match which is placed in here. It only costs $500,000 and you have 6 chances when you have all the badges that it needs. Now we're going to move to the cheapest memory match in the game. Now it is located near the pineapple patch, also the second store that you will encounter when you are playing the game. It also gives you 6 chances when you have all the badges that it needs. Compared to the memory matches that I showed you, it actually gives you lesser amount of materials. Now we do have another memory match which can be accessible at night, and I found something underneath, an epic perfume. So wait, let me get it. Now you can only access the night memory match only when you do this parkour. Now this is not that hard and can be done by a toddler. It cost 5 million honey, which is not that much, and you have 6 chances when you have all the requirements that it needs. Now we do actually have a free RoboPass underneath. You might want to get this if you do Robo Challenge every day. But for me, I don't do Robo Challenge every day, so I don't want to get this and put it in my macro. You also have free unpasses over here, but I don't do unchallenge every day, so it doesn't matter. If you go up here and touch this gummy bee, it will say that the gummy bee wants gumdrops. Once you give it gumdrops, you can see this glue dispenser, which then gives you the amount of goo based on the achievement that you get. Specifically, it is the goo badge, sorry. As you can see up there, it actually gives you unlimited gumdrops, so you can use your gumdrops unlimitedly. Now, I'm going to show you again the strawberry dispenser. As you can see, I got one strawberry because I have one red bee. Moving on with the blueberry, I do actually have a lot of blue bees, so I'm going to show you how much I get every time I use the dispenser. Here we go. I got 37 blueberries, which means that I have 37 blue bees. Moving on, we have this special sprout summoner. We can get rare sprouts from these, but we also have the chances where we can get supreme sprout, legendary sprout, or epic sprout. I actually get the supreme sprout, and I got one diamond egg, so it is kind of worth it if you do it every day. Now you can actually get free entry for the stick bug every 2 days, so make sure to do that if you want to grind for the amulets. Now we're going to talk about what you should do every day in Beastmas to get a lot of materials. Now we have Winter Memory Watch, which costs 100 snowflakes and 8 chances when you have all of the badges that it needs. You have 2 gingerbread bears guaranteed every time you do this, so make sure to do this if you are grinding for the gingerbread bears. Also, you can get some rarer materials, and I got spiral wax, which is the rarest material that I got from Winter Memory Match. Secondly, we have the feast. You can get a lot of fruits based on the amount of polar power that you have. You can see it on the top of your screen. It looks like a fork with the blue background. I got 346, and that's all that I get from the feast. I forgot to tell you that you can only unlock the Winter Memory Match if you do the Spirit Bear quest. Also, you can get the feast when you are done with the Polar Bear Christmas quest. The next one, we have the stocking. You can get this if you are done with the Brown Bear quest, and you can get a lot of materials from this. Also, some big whips and some rare big whips that your hive needs. Fourth, we have the candles. You can get this if you are done with the Riley B Beeswax quest. Also, it gives soft wax, hard wax, caustic wax, and also the spiral wax, which is kind of good if you do it every day. Over here, you actually have this, and you can only unlock it if you are done with the Robo Bear Beastmas quest. As you can see, I am not done with the Robo Bear Christmas quest, and I am not planning to do it. So be sure to like and subscribe to see that video as well. Now, if you go to the right, you can actually see Stick Bug, and you can get festive names from him if you do the Stick Bug Christmas quest. It does give you a buff and great materials, so I recommend doing that. You can only do it once every 2 days, so it's kind of decent. You also have the Snow Bear. You can only get it if you complete the Polar Bear Christmas quest, and it gives you a lot of snowflakes. If you get hit by that snowball that he throws, it slows you down, and also your bees are much slower than before. So be sure to go in circles so you can dodge every time that he attacks. Now we are near on defeating him, so let's just wait until that happens. Now I got how much? 151 snowflakes and 8 tickets, which kind of decent, I guess. Over here, you can get the samovar. You can only unlock it if you do the Dapper Bear Christmas quest. It is kind of decent, and every time you use it, you can get some nectars. The more that every time you do, or every time you claim the samovar, it gives you higher amount of nectars. Also, you can get turpentine, which is the best material in game, or the most expensive material in game, and you can get it when you reach 25. Over here you have the, I don't know what's that called, I forgot, but you only obtain it when you do the Backup B quest. I personally don't recommend doing it every day since it doesn't give you high amounts of snowflakes. I mean, you can get more if you just macro on your own. Over here we have Onet. If you do his quest, you can get the lead art, and when you use the lead art, you can get 1 gingerbread and also a guiding star on a random field. So that is everything I have to say. Other than those, I can tell you something that you can do if you are willing to do it. I don't recommend using the honey storm since it doesn't give that much, but it is useful if you are doing the honeybee quest. Another one, which is the meteor shower, it gives quite a good amount of loot, but I don't recommend doing it because I don't think it's worth the effort. But if you just unlock it, I guess you are in mid game or early game, so I recommend you should do it if you want to. So that is everything. Please do like and subscribe if you like this video or you find this video helpful, and goodbye guys.